Good morning, beautiful people. It is 12:33 p.m. on 3/3/2013. Very interesting. Oh man, I am just beside myself in the bliss that I feel, and I hope each and every one of you have found your way to your heart and have activated your heart chakra and feel the same bliss that I feel, the 5D. Uh, Sooner or later, everybody on planet will. And it's just all a process of getting from here to there. And man, what has happened in February and March is absolutely amazing. There is so much of everything being turned upside down right now. And I'm watching tremendous amounts of effort being put into trying to shut down the news from getting out and to spread disinformation, very blatant disinformation about OPPT and about what's going on, about common law courts, about the verdict that was handed down against the Pope, the Queen of England, and the Canadian Prime Minister, and how what's going on right now is acting in a way to try and divide light workers, light warriors in their opinions and what's going on. Those of us who know what's really going on, which none of us know all of it, but a lot of us have been here for 25 years or better knowing what's going on. And there's a lot of persons that are newly awakened in these past few years or, since the turn of this century and are putting in their 2 cents, which we all have an equal part. Everything that everybody has to say, as long as it's coming from their heart, is valid and something that needs to be looked at and addressed. There are many persons who are listening to disinformation about the One People's Public Trust, the OPPT, and thinking that you have to sign CVAX or you have to sign your life away or get involved in another corporation or do things that are in a way that many of these persons spreading the disinfo are trying to say this is what's going on. And it's plain and simply untrue. A CVAC, if you were to join a CVAC, that's only if you wish to create something new and to actually get out there in the public realm doing new large projects. Now, if you're by yourself and you haven't got any legal problems and you're not playing in the system and you're just doing your own thing totally outside of the system, then that is not necessary. And it's amazing what's going on with people. So many people are thinking that, and I've noticed this today, many persons are thinking that we have to do things in the same old way, but in a new way of the same old way. Maritime law is gone. Corporations are gone. This is what is going on with this blitz from the controllers shutting down blog sites now, shutting, controlling Facebook and shutting down posts, literally erasing, like my own post, almost a month's worth of posts, several thousands were deleted. And people still look to seeing mainstream media. This is coming from a particular conversation I had on my Facebook page this morning with some other persons. Mainstream media is owned and controlled by the corporations of the powers that be that want to keep the system the way that it is. The person spreading the disinfo about the OPPT want to maintain maritime law, which keeps everybody individual and separate and being held in courts that are specifically designed for commerce, to wage and levy fines upon everybody. Guys, we are going into a new world. You do not stand on a ground and have this dream about exploration of a new world and keep your feet on the same ground in the same old world. This cannot happen. You have to release it and to realize that what we are doing and where we are going in everything you identify with as truth is being totally turned upside down to get to that new world. You have to leave your feet off the old world to go explore a new world. You cannot create new trusts in maritime law which separates you from the existing law and create a new system of doing things. You can't do it. It doesn't work that way. This is why it's called New Earth. We're not building upon old Earth, and we're not playing the same system where these controllers can come back and take over everything again and manipulate and enslave humanity again. You have been freed by the One People's Public Trust. When the cases were filed in court saying that the corporate structure has to prove that maritime law exists, they have to fight for their case. They have to defend what they say is reality, and they didn't do it. Then they defaulted on the old system. And that default makes the old system of corporations, of maritime law, of the banking system, of the government system, of the everything that creates a corporation so it shields you. You can do wrong to the exterior, and if somebody tries to sue, they cannot sue you as an individual, but they sue the corporation. And that corporation has so much money that it can use as a tax write-off to fight and defend itself. This system no longer exists. That is what OPPT is all about. For the persons who continue trying to say, oh, we got to build a new way of trusts in maritime law. No. For persons that are continuing to see mainstream media, Reuters, CNN, Fox News, ABC and NBC News, all these global media corporations, all the various network of newspapers as being mainstream media, which is owned by these same corporations, which is owned by the Rothschilds and the whole power system that is now going away. They are no longer mainstream media. In fact, they almost 2 years ago now was upset with the internet because so many people were coming away from what is termed mainstream media and finding their news from alternate sources. So mainstream media is not mainstream media anymore. And the corporate structure, maritime law, is not the law of the land anymore. Common law is. To get to that new world, you have to leave the old world. Do you see what I'm saying? Many persons who are trying to spread the truth about OPPT and trying to show people the visions of the new world are saying these exact same things, trying to express it to the other light workers, light warriors, activists that are out there who are trying to bring down the system. But this particular canyon that we've got here is making a deep rift for a lot of persons who don't get that the old way is no longer there, that we are not trying to rebuild this old system to go into the new world. That cannot be done. If you're going to be exploring a new world, you've got to leave your feet. Your feet have to leave that land, and you've got to walk and travel and go explore a new place. It's amazing. Between many activists, light workers, light warriors who don't understand, who are bringing up these issues and then having to deal with the system that's trying to stop the news from getting out, that's hacking our systems left and right. It's just absolutely amazing what's going on. Now, I've got several friends that have said, well, you need to quit looking at and posting the negative news in the world. Well, at the same time that we're talking about OPPT, the same time that we are trying to express that there's a whole new ball game being played here, the old system is trying to keep that information down, and they're trying to suppress the bloggers, the posters, all the different outlets that are putting that information out, hacking into radio shows that are doing flash mobs in the serving of the OPPT notices. We've got it coming in from all sides. Now, come on, guys, give us a break. And there's persons that are saying that I should not be focused on that kind of news, or the news of what's going on in a not so good way, but we're still trying to awaken the masses of the public, get them to see what's going on. So everything is working hand in hand here. I've had many persons say, maybe you've lost your bliss. No, I have not. Not in the least bit. I am not fearful. I'm not upset with anything. I am in the middle of a hurricane of chaos, of an old world dying, which will leave what we're going to be building upon as this hurricane passes for a new world. And so it is truly amazing to be right in the middle of it all and seeing what's going on. And I'm loving every minute of it. And I'm maintaining my bliss, in the middle of that. And, again, the most important thing is chakra activation in the enlightenment process. And it is my having done that and having gone through much higher activations that is allowing me to feel the bliss in the middle of the chaos of this storm. And it's truly amazing what is going on right now, and the amount of light that's within my field. And it's interesting to even look at this video and looking at my aura around here, and you can see in the couch on both sides the patterning, that how my aura is affecting the patterning of everything. That is light. That's coming from activated chakras. That is the consciousness that I truly am, that's inside this physical being. And that is what is happening as you enlighten yourself by activation of your chakras, and your auric field in Merkaba expands, and you start bringing in more and more like quotient. Your aura becomes an amazingly powerful visual, and the power that you have within your field to hold on to that divine thought, the divine vision, the power that you have to speak it forth and invoke it, and to feel it from your heart as it's already happening. These are your powers of manifestation. These are powers that come through with the enlightenment process. And absolutely, I'm focusing my powers and my intent on New Earth. But as I've said before, I only have one part in 7 billion on what we're going to recreate this new Earth to be. So, and I'm holding the vision about the OPPT and about the common law and about what's going on with all this, knowing that it's truth, knowing that we have to get out of the maritime law structure, that corporate structure, that monetary structure, that structure that the controllers have held us in for so long. We've got to totally release that and let it go. It cannot come into New Earth. And that is exactly what I'm trying to say when I'm discussing the OPPT and persons who are trying to hang on to the old way and to bring that into New Earth. It just cannot happen. We're transforming, we're transfiguring, we're changing everything. And all that old way is totally irrelevant anymore. So come on, people, let it go. Get over it. Anyway, I'm down to the end of this video. Love y'all. Bye for now.